All right, there we go. All right, so who's with me right now? Had some technical issues with the internet, so had to switch from the tablet to the phone there. So just going to give it a few minutes because I was a little bit behind schedule here. Sipping on the BTT. Another shameless longevity plug. Give it another couple of minutes because I know some people were probably wondering why I was a little bit delayed. Had that slow internet connection for whatever reason, so I switched straight over to the telephone. Well, I'm going to get started because I'll end up broadcasting this out a little bit later anyway. So, welcome everyone to Entrepreneur Bootcamp. My name is Tim Herron. My email is timherron69@gmail.com. I have a blog called Wallachsword, WALLACHSWORD.com. So I'll put up all my stuff from my business and some other things. I have my YouTube channel, which is Tim Herron Longevity. And so, welcome to Periscope number 6 in the series of Entrepreneur Bootcamp. So a little bit of a recap of what we've been going over. I always do this in the beginning of the Periscopes and the webisodes, kind of give you a little up to date. So if people are just kind of joining us now, you can kind of see the progression of where we are and the progression of the entrepreneurship. So the first thing that we did is we defined an entrepreneur. What is it? Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have a 1099 or a W-2 mindset? It's really mindset. So a lot of things that we're going to be discussing in there. Hello, Shay. And this is interactive, so type in questions as you're going through. If they come up, I'll interrupt myself and get it back to there and get back in there. So cool. So we did the defining of the entrepreneur, the day in the life of an entrepreneur. Then we went over the strengths and the weaknesses, and then we went into sacrificing. What are you sacrificing and why, as well as mind conditioning. Everything in there, we kind of went over all different kinds of mindset because that's very important, your mindset as you get into your entrepreneurship. So today I want to talk about who's in your company. Not your business company, well that is, but who's in your personal company? Who's in your daily activities? Who are you seeing on a daily basis? Who are you interacting with on a daily basis? That's going to be one part. I'll get into another part in a little bit. So, who do you keep company with? It's very important about who you're going to become. So, who are you keeping company with? You know, are they in your company? Are they going in the same direction? Are they going to be ushering in your genius, ushering in your entrepreneurial vision? Are they with you going in the same direction? Are they supportive? Or are they negative? Are they a hindrance? Or are they an addition to what you're doing? All these things you're going to have to determine. That goes for friends, family, acquaintances, business partners. You know, you hear so many times that, oh, well, this didn't work out because of this. Whether it's athletics, whether it's business, whether it's friends and family, right? We can't choose our family for the most part, but you can choose who you interact with. Those choices are yours. We can't choose who we're born to, who we're brothers and sisters with, who we're related to. Those things are not in your control. But what is in your control is being able to make the conscious decision to say, are they good for me? Are we like-minded? Are we going in the same direction? Are they trying to bring me down? Family members do that constantly, right? They don't want to see you successful. They see you in a different way. Well, I really see you going this way. You know, why didn't you do this? You know, for myself, right? My family was, you know, going in this direction with their business, and you know, we go to college and we do this. We go to this and we do this. You know, I went to college because I was playing football and doing other different things like that. But you know, my vision wasn't necessarily, okay, I go to do this, I have a family, and I go do that. No, that wasn't mine, right? So, and it's not that I shunned them out, but it was that, you know, I have to go and do what I feel I need to do for myself. So I kind of closed part of that while I was off doing what I wanted to do or what I needed to do for myself, for my entrepreneurial spirit. So are they with you going in the same direction? And it's okay to cut people out. It's okay. As long as you know why you're cutting them out or why they're there or not there, as the case may be. So that's very important. Because is this thing that you're doing, is this vision that you have, is it important? Because if that is the most important thing in your life, is that the most important thing, inherently you're going to cut out the things that aren't that important. And that came to that, you know, this is a kind of little bit of a piggyback on the sacrifice. Because I'm sacrificing these things, but at the end of the day, it's not much of a sacrifice because my vision is this important to me. My passion is this important to me. So what I'm cutting out really isn't that important at the time. I can maybe come back to it later. You know, a woman in her 20s and the 30s, you know, I'm forsaking having a family because this is my passion. I can come back to that later on. I can adopt, I can have kids, I can do all these different things later on, but I have to build it now. This is what I need to do now. So is what you need to do now important to you? Great. So, and when you tell people, so when you're cutting people out, and we're talking about that, when you tell people your vision, right? When you tell people about your passion, when you're speaking about this thing, inherently what you're doing is you're giving them the right to offer an opinion. How do you cut people? How do you cut off family and still be respectful? Great question. So sometimes you can't be in their eyes. You will in your eyes, but in their eyes it's just, you know, well, they're being totally disrespectful. Are you being disrespectful or are you following your vision and passion? Hey, look, you know what? I appreciate your honesty. You can even do that. You know, here's one of the best ones. You know, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but, and usually the respectful part comes in, right? But here's the thing. You can't sacrifice your vision for what other people in your family say. Well, you're being disrespectful. No. I'm passionate about my vision. Is it real estate, right? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Or is it that? And how do I get there? You know, and if I go over here and I start listening to them and say, okay, well, I'm not going to be disrespectful in their eyes, I'm going to do this, and your vision starts slipping away. And your passion starts to become, you know, dwindling. And now you're leading your life for them. And what kind of life is that? So I hope that answered that there. So I want to say that in life, we talk about opportunities. And we talk about, you know, having an opportunity, getting an opportunity. We say, I just want an opportunity. I just want this, right? But are you creating the opportunity? Or are you waiting for the opportunity to happen? It's very important. So, are you creating the opportunity? Or are you waiting for that opportunity to just appear and drop into your lap? I had a conversation with a gentleman earlier today, and we were talking just about that, you know, about, well, you know, this is my network marketing business, I have this, you know, this, you know, okay, but are you doing what's necessary? Are you creating that opportunity? Or are you waiting for somebody to just say, hey, here's an opportunity? You're going to be waiting till hell freezes over on that, for somebody to drop something, especially in this day and age, or somebody just going to drop something into your lap. So the best opportunities you're going to find in your life are the ones that you create. Those are the best ones. You create your own opportunity, create your own vision. You have your inherent passions, but you're creating your own opportunities, and you do that through preparation, through practice, through your vision, through letting other people understand your vision. Because when you have to bring people into your vision, how am I getting them to understand my vision where it makes sense? So are you creating that opportunity, or are you waiting for that to fall into your lap? And that comes down to, are you part of the herd? Are you part of the pride? Are you part of all these different things? Or can you go it alone? Can you be the entrepreneur that goes it alone, that says, man, it's not that I don't need anybody, but I can do this on my own. And when you can do that, when you can take your vision, when you have your vision, say, I can do this by myself. But you know what? If I can partner with the right people, when I can partner with the right people, and we share the same vision, because my vision is clear, my message is clear, then, right? Okay, then you can create your own herd. Right? You're creating your own. You're not a member of somebody's herd. It's your herd that you're creating. When you're strong enough to go it alone, you're strong enough to create your own herd. That's very important, okay? I want you to remember that. So when you're able to stand up on your own 2 feet with your chest out saying, this is it, it makes sense, it's viable, I'm not delusional, this is it, you know, then other people are willing to say, you know what, I want to see what you're doing. I want to be a part of what you're doing, instead of you saying, I want to be a part of what you're doing. Not joining the herd, creating the herd. Okay, so if you're strong enough to go it alone, then you're strong enough to involve other like-minded people, because your vision is solid and understandable. So I want to, that's very important about cutting people out, and cutting them out for the right reason, knowing why you're doing that. So, so many people that I speak with, it's a lot about family, a lot about family. I had that so much growing up, my family couldn't understand a lot of things that I did, even when, hell, I didn't understand a lot of things that I was doing. But I just knew, I felt somehow that I had to do that, and it made sense most of the time to me. Sometimes it became understood to me later on of some of the things that I was doing, but I didn't know, I just knew that I had this passion. I had this belief that there was something else out there for me, not to just get on the train, join the herd, get up, put on my suit, get on the train, go down to the city, go do this, come back, and do all that. I didn't want to join the herd. I was strong enough to go it alone. And when I found like-minded people, came together and created, my vision. They joined me in my vision. And that's important. When you join other people in their vision, sometimes it doesn't work so much, right? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But when it's your vision and it's strong enough and it makes sense, then you can involve other people. So that's one thing I want to get to. The second part of what I want to talk to you today about is your appearance and presentation, right? So it's a few things in there. It's your appearance, how you look, and how you're presenting yourself, how other people are seeing you, and that's how they're going to react. Everybody always says it's the first 30 seconds that matters. I say it's the first second that matters. It's before you speak, it's your body language. Am I like this? Am I standing up straight? Am I clean shaven? Or am I scruffy and I'm all over the place? Are my pants sagging? Or do I have on slacks and a nice dress belt? Are my shoes polished? Or they have specks all over them? What is it that you're doing for your appearance? So I want you to speak about, I'm speaking about the appearance and the presentation. So how you look and how you present yourself. It's very important, okay? So it's your matter of dress, okay? Am I dressed like this, right? Or am I showing up in a board meeting with my Aquaman t-shirt, right? Am I doing that? Am I showing up to meet you to potentially have you join my business, or we're talking about an investment, or we're talking about some kind of thing where I'm trying to involve you in my passion? I show up with my pants sagging and an Aquaman t-shirt on. You're not going to get anywhere. Nobody's going to take you seriously. They're going to say, who's this dude? Bill Gates and Mark Cuban and all these guys, they can show up in an Aquaman t-shirt because they've already done it. If you're not doing it and you haven't done it, and people don't know you, and they don't know your character, and they don't know your business savvy, and they don't know your entrepreneurial spirit, and they don't know all these things, these are the things that they're going to see. They're going to say, this guy's showing up like he doesn't care. They're going to look at you like you don't care. Are you slouching over? They're going to say, wow, he's not interested. And that could be the furthest thing from the truth. So it's your dress, it's your presentation, it's your speech. Are you using slang? Are you using all these? I'm not saying that these things are bad, but I'm saying in certain settings, you're talking about the entrepreneur. And so it's your speech, it's your body language, it's your demeanor. It's all these things coming into one. And it's not just, hey, I'm dressing to do the dog and pony show. It's saying I'm dressing for success. I have my speech and my demeanor for success. I'm doing all these things to succeed because this is what it is for me to succeed, to have other people take me seriously when I'm just starting out, right? So it's how other people perceive you, and perception is reality, especially in the beginning stages of creating your entrepreneurial vision. It's just that, you show up and like, wow. Some people will shut down and they won't even deal with you because they say, oh, he's nothing. I'm going to turn my back. It's not worth it. And they're not going to give you the opportunity because you've already taken some of those variables out of the equation. You're saying it's not necessary for me to show up and as they would view it, be respectful. You're not coming in here respectful. You're not coming in here serious. And you could be the most serious person on the planet. But if you show up with the Aquaman t-shirt on, the first thing people are going to do is say, wow, this guy's lost it. He wants me to invest, or he wants me to join him. We're talking about investing thousands and millions, or investing my time and my energy, and he's not taking this seriously. If they don't give you that opportunity, you've lost that opportunity. And it's not, you look at it and say, well, I didn't want them anyway. But you know what? You can do all those things later on. Like Mark Cuban doesn't like to wear, the dress jackets and the ties and all that stuff. He doesn't like to do it. But he's earned the right to do that through his work, through his deeds, through his knowledge, through his preparation, through his mentorship, through all the things that he's done and created, he could say, I don't have to do that, right? I've done it. So until you do it the way it's supposed to be done, through proper appearance, through proper speech, through proper attire, through all these things to get you to where you need to be, where you can say, I don't have to do that. I could show up in the board meeting with my Aquaman t-shirt on. Well, yeah, because you're the CEO of the company. You've already done it. So the whole point of this thing is to get you to do it. We need to get you to do it. We need to get you to do it the right way, through all the things that I'm teaching here. So a little recap of today is, who's in your company, right? Who do you keep company with? Okay? Who are they that you are keeping company with that's going to get you to your vision? Okay? 1 second as the truck goes by. And it's okay to cut people out. Friends, family, whatever. They call them friends, but it's like, were they really a friend? It's okay to cut people out for the right reasons. Okay? If they're holding you back from your vision, if they're holding you back from your passion, if it's not where you want to go, say, look, you can even put some of those things on hold and say, I have to do this now. I have a sense of urgency. I have these things that I need to get to now. Now. Come back to that later on. Your friends and family are going to be there. If they weren't your friends, you'll know that. So it's okay to cut people out. It's okay to cut them out. But just like I said in the last one, what are you sacrificing and why? Make sure you know why, and make sure that the why, right, what you're sacrificing is bigger than the sacrifice. It all makes sense, right? So all this is tying together. So good. So it's that, and then it's appearance and presentation. I want to thank you all for joining me on my Periscope. We're going to put this up. I'll put this up on my YouTube channel. And on Tuesday, I'll answer all your questions. So send me your questions to timheron69@gmail.com. Send me your comments, send me your questions, things that you want me to talk about. I'll inject them in there. I'll respond to your emails. So everything in there I'm doing. So it's up to you whether or not you want to take, these things seriously and put them into, implement them. And not everything you're going to implement with what I'm talking about, but sometime in your journey, they're going to come home. They're going to start hitting home. You're going to start thinking, wow, that was something, hopefully. Okay, so great. I want to thank you very much. Send me your emails, timheron69@gmail.com. Send me everything in there. Let me know who's in your company. This is what I want to know. I'm going to answer this. So who's in your company? Who do you need to cut out in your company, and why? Friends or family? Friends or family. And then I also want you to tell me, when you go to a first meeting with somebody, whether it's an investor or a meeting or something, do you dress for success? Are you there to succeed? Right? So how are you presenting yourself? So I want to kind of get that. I want to get a little feel of that. I've seen so many people who don't understand that, the importance of that. So send me who is it that you feel you need to cut out? Who have you cut out? Why? And also your appearance and presentation. Like when you go into a meeting or something, how are you approaching that? So send that off to me. It's timheron69@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day and make it prosperous. Thank you.